Hi, my name is Pablo Beltran, and this is my final project of the subject of semantics. Uh, well, this video I'm going to explain about sentence semantics, and this is a topic that is very interesting, but at the same time it's a bit difficult, and maybe it's not so easy to understand. Not for me, in this case, but well, I prepare explanation for 10 minutes, and I'm going to focus using two parts that are the prepositions and the thematic roles. So I'm gonna start with the introduction. Maybe this topic. For the introduction, I need to explain that we already know. We already have knowledge about semantic and syntax, and this is really important for this topic. Why? Because semantic, as we know, just focus on the meaning. That's the maybe the simple definition that we gave to semantics, right? And syntax is the subject to in charge to give a structure, the order, the correct order in a sentence, right? Maybe we speak, right? And we need to follow these rules. But well, in sentence semantics, we need to know this. Uh, we put semantic and syntax together because sentence semantics is not just focused on the meaning of each word. It's focused on the meaning of the whole sentence, the whole terms. For example, when we always we listen the sentence or the expression that is it's raining cats and dogs. If we understand word by word, maybe this sentence doesn't have sense, right? So, uh, sentence semantics explain why this sentence has sense. Uh, well, I'm going to start with the prepositions. Here we had the prepositions are maybe the whole sentence, okay? So I'm going to use the preposition as an idea that we had at the time to express something. And this idea of this sentence had two parts that are the predicates and the arguments. Predicates maybe is the verb that we can use at the time to express an idea, right? And arguments are the nouns that we have in that idea. And it's a little bit difficult for that reason. And I'm going to explain why syntax is important because we already know the parts of speech, and this this part of speech take place in sentence semantics. So well, next one. We had different predicates. So I mentioned that predicates are most focused on the verbs, okay? And here the arguments take place because if it's the transitive verb that in this case is to replace predicate, we know that we have two one object, one direct object, one indirect object, and one subject. In, in these three are nouns, right? So uh, the, the nouns in this case are calling arguments. So it's a little difficult to understand, but let me explain. When the predicate is when the sentence use an impersonal construction, we have a zero place predicate. Why? Because we don't have a noun in the sentence. Here, it's sunny. It's a sentence. Yes, it's an expression that we can listen uh, in day by day. But in this sentence, we don't have, right? It's sunny. So we use this personal construction because we don't have none. So for that reason, is mentioned zero place predicate, right? What happened with the one place predicate? In this kind of sentence, this kind of proposition, we have used a verb of intransitive verbs. Transitive verbs, we just have one noun, right? In a sentence with transitive verbs, we have one noun. We have the example of there are many people. There is not the subject, many people. In this case, people is the noun, right? So we can say that there are one noun. So for that reason, one is predicate because we have one argument. And many is a modifier that we use for people. So many people is all the subject that we can mention. Time to explain why this is the first place predicate. So in order to that, if we have two arguments, two nouns in a sentence, we need to use transitive verbs, the direct object of a sentence, right? So if we said Cain killed Abel, we have the subject of the first argument, that is Cain, who do the action, the doer of the action, and the verb, the transitive verb, that is kill, and Abel, who is the person who received the action, right? So in this sentence, we have two different nouns. Cain, kill Abel. Cain, one noun. Abel, another noun. So we have two place predicates, right? And what happened? The third place predicate. In this predicate, we have we use the transitive verbs. Will put money on the wallet, right? The subject of this sentence is Willie, so it's the first argument, first noun. Put money, second argument, second noun that we mentioned in the sentence, and the last one, wallet, right? So we have three nouns, right, in a sentence: the indirect object, the direct object, and the subject. If we notice, we use syntax, we use semantics, right? Expert and no, there are one more. There is one more that is the fourth place predicate, but this part is a little bit difficult for me, so it's hard to explain. But I'm gonna pass with the thematic rules. Okay, in thematic rules, we have three that are the agent, patient, and the team. There are more, many more, but I don't have a lot of time. So the agent is who do the action, the patient is who receive the action, the team is the main topic of the sentence. So we can understand this better if we have the example. Pablo dance K-pop. Who do the action? Pablo. This part. Pablo is the agent. If I said Pablo hits Willie, Pablo is the agent, right? Pablo, in this case, is the agent, and Willie, who received the action, is affected. The action is the patient, right? Um, so we have these two roles, and another role is the team. In team, we already mentioned that is the main topic of the sentence. So it's the first thing that we mention in the sentence. If I said the book is interesting, I know that we perceive that one thing is interesting, right? Maybe the book, maybe another thing, maybe I don't know, maybe that person is interesting. But we just focus in what? What's the most important of this sentence? Who is interesting, right? In this case, book. The book is interesting. And there are many roles, but I don't have time. 12 minutes right now, and it's a long topic for me because I want to explain better each part. For that reason, it's a little bit difficult to understand for me because we need to understand step by step, right? So that's all for this video. I hope the best and just that. Okay, goodbye.